Welcome to the Success Sensei podcast for anyone interested in success, happiness, and balance. We'll teach you how to be a black belt at life. And now, your host, former professional fighter, multiple world champion, entrepreneur, and investor, Robert Devane.
Bowing in, this is Roundhouse Rob, the Success Sensei, helping you to win at life one kick and punch at a time. Episode 156. Welcome to the main event.
It's the Success Sensei podcast main event.
Inch by inch, life's a cinch. Yard by yard, life's hard. So in other words, baby steps makes life easier. Harder steps or larger steps can make life that little bit harder. What we're talking about is incrementalism and gradualism. Do you like those words? Two fancy words, incrementalism and gradualism, but basically they're the belief in change by small degrees. So yeah, baby steps over time add up to large distance covered. It is all about balance. So while that is a cool saying, I'm actually going to advocate using both inches and yards for a fulfilled life full of goals. So starting off, if you're a procrastinator, or if you have a strong fear of failure or a strong fear of overwhelm, or you get overwhelmed easily, absolutely break down your goals into micro steps that are possible and manageable. So inch by inch over a period of time definitely does work. So for example, compound interest is the famous one. It is the get rich slow method, but it's basic, but it's essential. So definitely do that one, consider that one. Now that's if you're a procrastinator or if you have a strong fear of failure or overwhelm. Now, if you are an overachiever, guess what? Do exactly the same. But first of all, do the same. Break down your goals down into small steps that are possible and manageable, but then sprinkle a bit of overachiever dust on them and a couple of yards here and there. So make sure that you're careful not to change your goal from a plan into a fantasy, you know, with too many yards, too many big goals. Make sure you have the inch by inch basics in place as well. So you want to speed up the process by adding a few larger degrees of change. So basically we're talking about a little bit more risk, in other words. So a little bit more risk. So you've got your inch by inch basic strategy, the get rich slow method, and then you're going to sprinkle on a bit of the get rich quicker method or some of the larger goals. Some people don't want to wait to be rich or to be fulfilled or to be successful at retirement age, especially if that means a complete lifetime of scrimping and saving. Some people don't want to wait that long to be 65 or 67 or 70 or whatever the new future retirement age is, to be able to enjoy the fruits of their labour. You might also not have that many remaining years to enjoy the fruits of your labour, so that's always one to keep in mind. So that's why sprinkling on adding a few of the yards to the inches can certainly accelerate your progress and still not make it completely risky. So get your realistic goals in place and then check in a few unrealistic ones that make you a bit more nervous even thinking about them. You know the ones I'm talking about? The type of thing that gives you a small blast of adrenaline and gets you excited at just the thought of achieving it. Warning, by the way, the more things you attempt to achieve and succeed at, and the more goals you have, the larger amount of hardships you will potentially have. And never even mind potentially, you're going to have. The more things you're going to do, the more hardship you're going to face. So you have to keep that in mind when you're working with the inches and the yards. You can have both, inch by inch, get your smaller wins and build your confidence for the yards. In other words, the bigger stuff. Make sure your future self doesn't regret not achieving incremental success, but also make sure that you don't end up feeling that you played it too safe. If the larger stuff doesn't work out, you'll still at least have some great stories to tell. I'm going to leave you with the Bruce Lee quote just to finish and to sum it up. Do not pray for an easy life. Pray for the strength to endure a difficult one. Thank you for listening. I'm Roundhouse Rob, the Success Sensei. Life is a fight you can enjoy and win. Bowing out.
This has been the Success Sensei, fighting the winning fight. So add us, subscribe, like, and comment. Keep those hands up and keep moving forward.